My name's Ryan Scott. I am sort of what you call owner of Bright Ideas Engineering Drag Race Team. So from the Limavady area, around sort of Londonderry direction, and yeah, we got the BIE engineer name from my grandfather. It was a bit of a joke when we were younger. He used to say, "These boys are full of bright ideas." So we sort of took that on board and just sort of hung with it, and then it progressed from just Bright Ideas to Bright Ideas Engineering as we started to make stuff and mess about with cars and get into the racing and that, and sort of stuck a bit. And then progressed from that to what the car is named as the Angry Bird BIE, and sort of the Bright Ideas Engineering bit sort of tags on to the end of that, but the car itself is the Angry Bird. Name of the Angry Bird was given by my kids when we bought the car, because it was loud and it was red, and my oldest boy says it looked like an Angry Bird, so we kept that. And sort of, it stuck and sounded good, and it was alright. Sort of the BI engineering drag race team sort of started out originally just me and my dad, and then I was only about 14 at the time whenever we started that. We originally built an off-road buggy, and sort of a company called Badlands. We bought their plans from Canada and built that, and then obviously you get friends and that come down and thought it was great. And as we got older, got into cars, then we started racing together, and then sort of progressed to the BI sort of drag race team.
I'm Sam Scott. I'm Ryan's dad. We live here in Killywall, out in the country. We get into cars because my father was the local mechanic. He was the guy who fixed the cars cheaply from the local people. When Ryan was at school, he wanted to build a buggy, and the teacher wouldn't allow him. So we bought two sets of plans, amalgamated them together, and he built a buggy, full-size buggy, road buggy. It's had a CBR 600 engine on it, and way too fast for him because he wasn't able to drive, but I allowed him to take it to Ahidui and race it at Ahidui, and once he raced one car at Ahidui, he was bit by the bug. He wanted to race.
For us on this test day, we would need to be in the 11-second bracket. That is the fastest the cars went to season, 11.8 at 121. Give or take sort of a mile an hour depending on the timing gear you're on. But if we're not in that 11 second, if I'm running 13, 14 seconds, there's something not right. I know at Enniskillen before, even on a damp track, I've done 133 mile an hour from a standing start, crossing that line. I would like to see at least 140 mile an hour. That means I know if I can get off the line, if I can get a real good launch and get the grip and get away, the car has the potential to go into the 10s, maybe fairly deep into the 10s if I can get a lot of grip. But Enniskillen's not very sort of helpful to front wheel drive cars. It definitely suits rear wheel drive and 4-wheel drive cars better. We call it a Christmas tree, or is there the generic term for the lights of the tree of the racing? Whenever you're sitting and you see the ambers come on, which is your next set of 3 lights, now depending on where you're racing, they'll either just all come on and then off and just go, or they'll count down individually, just depending on what way they're racing that day.
Scott in the Angry Bird, over 600 horsepower in this little Civic.
If I had the right gear, am I ready to go? And then you're sort of going, your heart's just ready to come out of your chest pretty much as you're counting down. I'd say, especially on your first run of the day. As the day goes on, it gets a wee bit easier, but not much. There's so much goes through your head. It's very, very hard to describe what goes through your head when you're on a line, other than just pure adrenaline. Your heart ready to come out of your chest. It's fun. You're not going to rush like it unless you're on a roller coaster. the support network within my family, I couldn't ask for much more than that. To be honest, although as I spend a lot of time, a lot of money doing this sort of stuff, and probably a lot more time, I mean, than I should have, setting this stuff up over the years. But the relationship that me and Kerry have is second to none. Like the support that she gives me for this, then like I'm a father. Like, he puts as much time and effort into this car as I do, and the car wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him, in a sense either. Like I would say what I've put into the car, he's put equal, if not more, into the car. It's definitely one thing you can't do on your own. If you can do something like this on your own without a good family network, I don't know, you're a millionaire. No, you need the help to do the work. That's the basics of it. Like if I don't have Kerry's support in some shape or form, there's no point in me doing it.
I know it's been a while. I know you're thinking the same, but I've been feeling like a moment can't go to waste. I let go of your name, girl. I figured that was it.